It's Pokemon Boyfriend versus Roller Derby Girlfriend, with friend and listener Cam Molidor taking on his lady Jess Whitener in 20 questions on culinary arts and Muppet movies. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? And welcome everybody to episode 89 of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Man, we are getting close to the 100 episode mark, which will be very, very exciting. I got to think of something fun to do in a couple months. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. I run trivia events in Southern California and all around the country. If you like movies and music and TV and video games and comic books and comedy and anything else fun, you have put your ears in the right place. We put out this show every single Tuesday as a full-length episode, usually with two guests or me interviewing one guest with some fun trivia, or we do these mini episodes on Thursday, which are really cool too, and those are just 10 to 15 minutes on one specific topic, and that's just me asking questions. A lot shorter and more concise if you're just looking for a trivia quiz. I got an amazing episode for you today with the topics of Muppet movies and culinary arts with two great listener/guests of the show. Before we get to that, I wanted to say a late happy Easter and hope you had a good holiday this past Sunday. I have two kids, so we went on no less than 3 Easter egg hunts, which they don't even try to hide anymore. I never went on Easter egg hunts as a kid. The only hunting I did was around like my living room or family room where my mom would hide like 10 or 20. And we never went to like an event or even at school. I don't remember them hiding them in the field and everyone went nuts and had a basket. So maybe that is not something we do in the Midwest as much, but I guess that's probably not true because you see it on TV and things. But out here on the West Coast, man, they just put like 1,000 eggs in a big field and the kids go nuts. And my daughter Annabelle, she got a nice big bucket of eggs and she was handing eggs to other kids, which was always nice to see. It was a hot California day. It wasn't super sunny, but the sun was very hot, burning through the clouds. And they put a lot of chocolate in these eggs, which was kind of a dumb move. I think you should just throw jelly beans in there or something that won't melt, like a Twix bar. But they did, so we got some melty candy from Easter. It was still fun nonetheless. And then we went down to San Diego on Easter Sunday and spent some time with my wife's side of the family. So it was good. I hope you had a good time too. I am looking for a good fiction book that no one is talking about. What should I read? That is my next bullet point. I haven't read a good fiction book in probably a summer or two. The last one I read was Joyland by Stephen King, which I thought was really, really good. I think it's like a 10-year-old book, and it was short and quick and a good read. So if you have something fun that no one's talking about that I should check out as a fiction book, recommend it to me. Send me a tweet, Ryan Buds on Twitter, or email me, ryanbuds@gmail.com. I will thank you profusely if I read and enjoy that book, and we'll make it like a book club here on the show. I'll announce that I'm reading it. You can read it too, and we'll start the Buds Book Club, I guess. That'll be good. If you want many episodes of the show, remember they come out Thursday, and they're 15 questions on one topic. This Thursday, we're going to do old-timey phrases, which I just did at a senior community I host trivia at, and they loved it because they're old, but I thought you guys might like it too. So it is stuff like the bee's knees and whippersnapper and the origins of those words and just what those different old phrases from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s meant. So look for that this Thursday. I have a special event coming up, April 21st, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, 3 hours of trivia at Last Name Brewing in Upland, California. You can get tickets at triviawithbuds.com. There's 100 seats available for this competition, and I have about a third of those sold. So please grab your tickets if you're planning on coming. On Facebook, there's 100 people that are interested, which I always say maybe 10% of those people will come. So that's 10 people just on the Facebook event that are probably going to show up, hopefully. It's $12 at the door or $10 if you buy the tickets in advance. You can have up to 4 people on your team. And we'll be giving away these giant baskets of Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars stuff for first, second, and third. So you don't want to miss it. It's 18 days from now, and check out all the details at triviawithbuds.com if you live out in the Southern California region. We're going to dive into this episode. Cam and Jess are a delight, and I think you will love them too. Let's go into 20 questions on Muppet movies and culinary arts. Here we go. Sitting here in beautiful Santa Clarita, California, one of my favorite breweries of all time, Pocock Brewing Company, the home of Trivia with Buds, every Wednesday night for about a year now. When it's not me hosting it, it's my good friend, comedian Nate Weatherup, and I'm sitting here with two of our favorite players. Me and Nate talk about our favorite players all the time. We have a big lineup on a wall, much like you would if you were on a Criminal Minds episode, but instead of murderers, it's our favorite trivia players, and we have it all yarned out with the lines and the string, and we go, okay, this is the number one player. Unfortunately, it's not either of you, but you're working your way up. That's fine. You're working your way up.
Close.
These are two trivia players who have become friends, as have many of my friends in California, and it is Mr. Cam Molidor. Is that how you say your last name?
Molidor, but I'll take it either way.
Cam Molidor and Jess Whitener.
Whitener, yeah.
What's up?
Hi.
Hey,
how are you guys doing?
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much for being on the show. You guys listen to the show frequently. You tell me you drive a lot, like when you're going back up to school. You go to school in Northern California?
No, I go to school in Central Washington. So Eastern Washington,
So super Northern California.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
The most northern you can get.
The most northern you can get. And what are you studying to do up there?
I do applied behavior analysis. So what that is a majority, I teach children with autism using behavioral principles.
Very good.
So we all do something for a reason, and I use those reasons to teach.
Our guest a couple weeks ago, Laura Bites, works with autistic kids. So that's 2 this month. Thank you guys for doing what you do, because I have a nephew who has autism, and he is, let's see, he'll be 16. He's 6'6".
Wow.
He's a very tall.
That's a big man.
He can throw me around now. We used to wrestle growing up. I'm like, oh, a little kid. I'm going to wrestle this kid. And now I can't even pick him up. He's 6'6". You know what I mean? I'm only 6'1" that I tell people, and it may be more like 6 feet. I'm not sure exactly. Jess, when you're not studying up there, you just joined a roller derby team? Tell me about that.
I did. It was kind of a way for me to enjoy Ellensburg, because it's a really small country town, and I didn't have any friends. So I joined roller derby, and I'm in the fresh meat program. So I have, that's what they call us.
Sure.
And I have to pass a certain amount of skills.
Okay.
So they're basically teaching me I just learned how to hit people. And so since being home for this past week, I've been hitting all my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, she
I'm like,
kicks
squat
ass.
down, let me hit you. And
like
then,
when you say hit, do you mean with like a body check?
Yeah.
Okay.
A body check.
I'm not
and then a
super
hit check.
familiar. I saw the Drew Barrymore movie Whip It.
Well, that's
and that's about it. That's, I think, all I've seen.
I mean, they really explained the rules, so that's basically it, except for I'm not as fast as Ellen Page in learning how to do it.
Very good. Well, they only had like 90 minutes, I think.
Exactly.
You know? Is roller derby for fellas a common thing or not as common?
Not as common. They do have co-ed groups, and then, anybody that identifies as a woman can be in roller derby.
Sure.
But a lot of the men are referees and are non-skating officials.
When you're in a co-ed group, can you do, like you just said, body check people and things? Yeah, it's not just like the flag football version of that, no?
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Very, very interesting. You grew up here in Valencia, Santa Clarita area?
Yes.
Stevenson Ranch, is that the other place?
Ranch, yeah.
I was at your house. You invited me to a party one time, and I did some trivia. It was actually your going away party for school about a year ago, 6 months ago?
6 months ago, yeah.
6 months ago, and we had a lot of fun, and you informed me this fun trivia fact when I walked in your parents' house, right? That was your parents' house?
My mom's house.
Not far from Pocock here, that they had filmed the newest season of American Horror Story in that house, the cult season.
They did.
Which is airing, right, or it's probably already aired.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
But you got to see your house in an episode. Was that very creepy?
It was actually really cool.
Did they do anything? Was it like an orgy or like anything crazy?
No, unfortunately, no. I mean,
one of the rare episodes of American Horror Story.
It was actually the only time in her house that there wasn't an orgy.
Hey, her parents' party. Very good.
Nothing exciting happened, but they filmed in my house, and it was actually really cool. They changed our entire living room and everything.
So it doesn't even look like your house really when you're watching it.
It didn't, no, except for the outside, which it had the White House with the red door.
But your dad was just suspiciously in the background of every scene, looking around, confused, like, what is happening here? What is this?
He was upstairs and almost everything, yeah.
That is amazing. Across from you at this very small table we're sitting at is my friend Cam. What's up, Cam?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Cam, what's your favorite tattoo you have?
Probably my VHS tape.
You have a VHS tape.
Yeah.
That's what I think we first bonded over.
Yeah, we did.
I said, like, who has a cool tattoo? You whipped that out. It's like on your...
on my dick.
Yeah. On your penis. Yes, that's right. Which is strange. The balls are the cogs that turn the tape.
Yes,
yeah. It was
they're fun to rewind.
And you have a very wide penis, which is strange.
It's huge. It's only it's really thin, but it's really wide.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever get your penis stuck in one of those old cars that would rewind the tapes by accident?
Absolutely, yeah.
Sure.
I have a hard time just not putting my penis in cars.
Sure. were hard as in italics in that sentence. Very good. All right, Cam, that's all your bullet points. That's all I have for you.
How's a good one. I'm going to have a good one.
You have a Pokemon tattoo. Tell me about that. Why do you have that?
So it's actually my first tattoo.
Yeah.
I went with my best friend Cole, who's my roommate now, and you've met Cole.
Sure. He looks like Zach Brown or something.
He does. He looks like Zach Brown. He also looks like Seth Rogen on a good day.
Yeah, there you go.
But we decided when we were both working at a Jamba Juice together,
Yeah.
I walked into the back in the freezer and I went, hey man, I kind of want to get a tattoo. And he goes, dude, let's get Pokemon tattoos. Like, fuck it, yeah, let's go.
And what is the Pokemon you have tattooed?
I have a Squirtle. It's my favorite starter from Generation 1.
Very good.
Yeah.
Your Squirtle tattoo.
And he has a Charmander tattoo in the same spot.
Okay, so you guys are like Pokemon brothers? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, essentially.
Very good. It's like Eskimo brothers with zero sex.
Absolutely. No sex at all.
No sex at all.
Yeah, but when we were both getting tattooed, I asked our tattoo artist, whose name was J Lar. He works out here. It was J''LAR.
Are you sure it wasn't Jerry Lawler, the
could have been Jerry
wrestling
Lawler.
announcer?
The King? Yeah, the King could have done it.
He's like, hold my crown. He gets the needle
Yeah,
out.
he pulled his leotard off one shoulder and started tattooing me. I asked, I was like, what's the weirdest thing you ever tattooed anybody? Because I was so nervous. It was my first tattoo. And he goes, besides these Pokemon tattoos.
Old Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, good old Jerry Lawler.
You are a high school film teacher?
I am.
Teach film, you teach drama, you run the play there at the school?
I do.
And an interesting fact about you is you had to fill in for the lead role in your play.
I did.
That kid got sick or moved or something?
No, he just got scared.
He got scared and he said, I'm not doing it. And
he got
said
scared. He
it
had
was
his
too close to recast it, so you had to do it yourself.
Yeah, and he called his mom. He had his mom call me.
And his mom said, you're going to have to play my son's part.
Absolutely. She was like, I can't wait to see you as a grandmother. Yeah. So I played Grandma Kernitz in Neil Simon's Lost in Yonkers.
Lost in Yonkers, and you were the grandma, and I saw some pictures, and you invited me to the play twice, and I unfortunately didn't go, but is there footage of this whole thing I can watch somewhere?
There is.
I have to link it for this episode.
I should get a record. I'm going to cut together. Yeah, my girlfriend couldn't even go. So
you couldn't even go?
No, I was.
It would have been weird if I went and you didn't go, right?
I was a little jealous if you got to go and I didn't.
Yeah.
That
but I got to wear
amazing.
3 different dresses.
Okay, very good.
And I had a wig that the only wig that we could actually order was the Anna from Frozen wig. That would fit my
I thought it looked familiar. Yeah, that's very good.
And so I had to wear that.
I randomly did this play, I don't know, I must have been 23, 24, fresh out of college, and I was like, I want to do some acting. I haven't done it really since high school. I'm going to do some acting. I had graduated college. I was working at a community college, had a great job. I think I was engaged. We had an apartment, a dog, all that stuff, and I'm like, now that everything's settled, I'm going to try and do some acting. I auditioned for a play called Love, Sex, and the IRS, which was like an old 60s, 70s play, and it was really like an episode of like Three's Company. Like it was like the very cheesy 70s play. It was like a guy's been lying on his taxes and saying he's married, and then the IRS guy comes, so then his roommate has to pretend he's his wife, and I was like the roommate that suddenly has to be in drag and stuff. And we did this in the basement of a senior home.
That's so
but it was like a really fancy theater that the senior home had put in. It was like it was called like the Royal Manor in like LaGrange, Illinois.
Of course it was.
And it was like, it ended up being like a really decent play, and we had good turnouts, but like I had to put on like lipstick and dresses and like really sell this cheesy part in this cheesy play. And it wasn't like I got paid for it or anything, but I'm like, well, I auditioned and I got the lead in this thing. I should probably follow through with it. And when you do a play, as you know, it's like a lot of time commitment.
It's so much
I couldn't do a
time.
play now if you took every trivia night away, because I still have the kids and all these other things.
Absolutely.
You know? So yeah, it's wild. But that is my version of also wearing weird women's clothing on stage. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Now that we know a little bit about how we all know each other, we're going to talk about your 5 topics. Cam, we'll start with yours.
Okay.
Because I think you sent it to me first. So here are your 5 topics for today's episode. I'm going to pick one of these from each of you and ask you 10 questions about it. Cam's first topic was LA Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Big baseball fan?
Big baseball
Do you have any
fan.
baseball tattoos?
Not yet. But my biggest fear is that I'm going to get a Dodgers tattoo and then they're going to decide to move.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to have a big fat LA on my body and it's just going to be like, well, okay.
He's super superstitious.
I'm so superstitious. It's ridiculous.
It makes life easy.
But hey, you got a VHS tape and those disappeared. Now they're coming back a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, I'll revel in the analog renaissance.
Oh my God. I've been searching libraries in my neighborhood. and they have usually VHS tapes for 25 cents, and it's like 25 cents that you put in a box. You don't even like give the money to anyone.
Oh, wow.
You like put it in a drop box. It's like, yeah, take what you want, kind of a thing.
Amazing.
So I've been, I try and grab VHSs that have really cool old covers. So I just got the movie Used Cars. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
It's a Kurt Russell movie from like 1979, I think, and he's a used car salesman. It's very funny. It's one of my dad's favorite movies, and I had never seen this cover, and it's really cool because a lot of those old covers are like hand-drawn looking kind of
really
artwork.
Weird.
So I grabbed that for 25 cents just the other day. So that's pretty
insane.
cool. And what else did I find? Oh, like Enchanted Train Rides of the UK.
That sounds
I was
really
like,
good.
I need to watch this. So that's where I'm at in my VHS game. Do you collect VHSs? Do you see real quick how I turned LA Dodgers into a VHS conversation?
You did, which is totally fine. I could take it. I know that you love sports so much.
I love sports.
Sure. I've seen Space Jam.
Yeah, it's good. I actually, one of my students was wearing a Space Jam shirt the other day.
Nice.
And I went, were you even born when that movie was made?
He's like, no, but my mom had Kohl's Cash.
Exactly.
That's right. Very good.
But yeah, no, I don't collect VHS anymore, but I did for a while.
Yeah.
And when I moved back down to Los Angeles from San Francisco, where I went to grad school, I ended up kind of losing a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I have Strange Brew on VHS.
Nice.
The weird, like, the Mackenzie Brothers
movie, yeah.
I have a, which we'll find out is one of my categories.
That's right.
I have
Strange Brew.
Pokemon the movie on VHS.
Oh, yeah.
And then I also still have Hook on VHS, which
Love it.
I will watch exclusively on VHS.
Yeah, there's certain movies that really, like, I have Roadhouse on Blu-ray, best quality ever, and I'm like, I'll watch it that way, but I also like the gritty tape, like, gross 80s version. It's like fun.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's great.
It adds to the character of the film.
I'm with you. So that was your topic of LA Dodgers. Your next topic, cryptozoology.
Oh yeah.
What is that specifically different from just like animals?
It's more like American monsters and worldly monsters that can't be proven or disproven by science. I guess it's
Griffins.
Yes, griffins. That would fall into the category of cryptozoology. Kind of a little bit more myth, but
sure.
At the same time, cryptozoology is a thing that has to have someone actively disputing its existence.
Okay.
So,
Loch Ness Monster?
absolutely.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So there are so many believers in the Loch Ness Monster, right?
Yeah.
But then there's so many people that are like, it's just a stick in a lake, right? So,
What do you think?
it's 100% a monster.
You think it's definitely a thing?
Yeah, just for the sake of saying that. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, but also, why not?
Sure.
I think that there's the chance that there's so many things that we can't explain, and it's fun to have these myths to like talk about with people.
Explain this to me, Lake Placid. How did that get made?
Lake Placid?
Did you ever see the movie?
Yeah. I don't know. There's a bunch of things that got made that I
you go.
can't explain.
There you go. Next topic was Pokemon. We talked about it quite a
Absolutely.
bit. If you were to get a second Pokemon tattoo, what would you go with? A Mewtwo? A nice Mewtwo?
Yeah, on my lower back.
Yeah. Sure.
I would get...
I'd be into that.
Yeah.
It really would be.
Yeah. I would probably, if I had to pick one, I would get a Pikachu on my other thigh the same way
Like
that
Cole?
that Cole has. So we would just
So
have
you guys could be best friends forever with your Cole,
Best friends forever,
with your Pikachu tattoos,
roommates,
and your
and matching
Squirtle and
Pokemon
Kermit.
tattoos
Yeah.
forever.
And in some weird sexual position, those thighs could line up
They
could.
could.
and form the final form of some Pokemon.
Pretty sure that's
Absolutely,
what happens.
but the major issue would be that I have a water Pokemon on one thigh, and that I would have an electric Pokemon on the other thigh, and the electric Pokemon would
just both
destroy the
die.
water
You
Pokemon.
would just both die. Very
Oh,
good.
gosh.
Pokemon. Next topic, sci-fi and fantasy films. Give me
Oh,
your
yeah.
top three.
Let's go for pure nostalgia. I would say only Star Wars, just
Okay.
because
That's
fell in
fun.
love with it. Watch it with my mom growing up,
Yeah.
and my uncle who's only 4 years older than me.
Yeah. Everyone's got one of those.
Yeah, one of those, like,
uncles
really
that's like,
young uncles.
My cousin's my dad. No,
Yeah,
that's not
what-
the same thing, is it?
No, that's not a thing. Unless you're having people listen in the South.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'll call him my yunkle.
Yunkle.
Yeah.
Your young uncle.
My uncle had
Yeah.
all of the Star Wars on VHS, and we would watch them together once again.
So the original trilogy, that's your jam.
Absolutely.
Have you ever seen the movie Legend with Tom
I
Cruise?
love it. Okay, that's one of my favorite fantasies
That's one of those
all time.
weird older sci-fi movies I've never seen, never even like had it in my hands to rent or buy.
Do you want
or-
to borrow it? I own it on DVD special edition. And
I don't
Tim
necessarily,
Curry.
I don't necessarily know that I do, but he plays the devil, right?
Yeah, and it's the coolest prosthetic in the history of the universe. Like, he wears
Yeah.
these like gigantic crazy horns.
Yeah.
And
He's done some roles, man.
Oh, he's the best. And he's on stilts. And it's Tim Curry's voice in full devil prosthetic. Oh my God,
great.
it's amazing.
I listened to a Stephen King book on tape. I think it was Nightmares and Dreamscapes, like his short stories, I think it was, back in the day. And Tim Curry did this one and did all the voices. So he'd be like, Tim Curry, it was all British characters, but like he was like, a little girl. You know, like it was like Tim Curry
really
doing like a little girl, and then it was like an old commissioner or like a sergeant, police chief, and then like a thief, and like it was like 100 different people in the room, and I'm like, this must have taken him like weeks and weeks to record this. He probably did it in like 2 days. You know what I mean?
2 days.
Crazy. Your next topic after sci-fi fantasy films was culinary arts and weird ingredients. Are you a big chef?
Yeah, I cook all the time.
Do you cook for this young lady right here?
Yes, he does, because I don't cook.
What's your favorite meal that he's cooked you?
Steak.
Just a regular steak.
Yeah.
Does he put a weird ingredient in it? What do you put in there? Like a Lego, just to surprise her?
Just one Lego.
Yeah, just one Lego.
He's a big fan of rosemary and thyme.
Yeah.
Just on anything.
Sure.
And I'm not necessarily a big fan of that. So
Rosemary and Thyme. I think that's a place in Burbank.
Yeah.
It's like It also is probably like a Beatles song. Is that a Beatles song?
It's more like a Simon and Garfunkel song.
That's probably it.
Yeah, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Are you going to Scarborough Fair?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Jess doesn't like thyme, the herb, but she does like Morse Day and the thyme. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, a little bit of jungle love.
I tweeted this a couple months ago and thought it was the most clever thing I've ever tweeted. I'm like, they need to do a mashup called Morris Day in the Land Before Time.
That'd be amazing.
And the whole cast of the band gets sent back into prehistoric times. And I tweeted to a friend named Ricky Carmona, shout out to Ricky Carmona, who works on Tosh.0, and I know he loves Morris Day in the Time. I'm like, are you in on this? Let's write the script. And he goes, I'll hold a mirror for a Stegosaurus. Absolutely. Because in that movie, they always hold the mirror in Purple Rain for each other.
Amazing.
Oh, my God, I loved it. Those were your topics.
Jerome holds the mirror, right?
That's right. Jerome holds the mirror. What of those categories do you think I picked for you?
Oh, man, I'm hoping you picked Pokemon. That's the only one that I don't think Jess has any idea.
We'll find out in just a second if Jess is going to get swashed in some Pokemon Cryptozoology. Jess, your categories right here. The first one, women's 80s pop music.
Yes.
Now, when you say that, do you mean women, like female groups, or that kind of stuff? Give me an example, like the Bangles?
Yes, the Bangles, the Go-Go's, Belinda Carlisle, Susanna Hoffs, some Madonna,
Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks in there?
Anything pop, ladies 80s. My mom had me super young.
Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of 80s growing up. I missed a lot of the 90s because I was busy listening to her 80s music.
How old's your mom right now?
She is 43.
Okay. So my mother-in-law just turned 50, and she had my wife when she was 18.
Yeah, so my mom had me at 18 as well.
And I have a sister who's 46, so like my mother-in-law and my sister are like almost the same age.
Really
it's very
close.
interesting.
Yeah.
And like my mom is going to be 72, 71 or 72, and it's just so strange. It's like, and then like my wife's grandparents are my parents' age. You know what I mean? It's very.
That's how my great grandma was like my stepdad's parents' age. It was a weird thing for a while. Yeah.
There you go. So you love the 80s pop music, women variety. Your next topic, Muppets movies. Do you have a favorite one of those?
I do. My favorite would have to be A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Really? That was the one I remember someone bought me for like my birthday's in November, so I think I got it for my birthday like the year it came out, that Christmas or whatever, you know?
That one. But
that's
really,
a good one.
Any Muppet movie, I love them.
Do you like the last like modern two they made?
Oh,
those are pretty good.
I really like the first one. I didn't so much like the second one, but the
Most Wanted, yeah. I saw both of those in theaters, and I was like, like they're
the first
okay.
one in theaters.
Yeah.
And I loved it, and I know almost all the songs from that movie.
There you go.
That's scary because I haven't seen any of them.
Oh no! Hopefully we didn't pick it, or did we?
Oh God!
Next topic: Disney Channel original movies.
Yes.
This has actually been on the show before. Did you ever listen to that episode?
I don't think so.
It was The Rock versus Disney Channel original.
We listened to this.
One?
On our way up to taking you up to grad school.
Sure?
We listened to this.
But you never know if I'm going to pull it out again. Did you obviously grew up watching those? You
I grew up,
right in that age where they were all of the 90s.
They started in 92, I think, or 90 something.
When were you
97,
born? 92?
92.
Yeah.
So they started in 97, and I watched all of them.
Perfect.
Up until even most recent ones.
Means I was alive for every year of the 90s. So I think we're good.
And they still make those, right?
They do. They do. One of the most recent was like Descendants 2, which is all about the villains, which is great.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy Lifetime movies. Have you watched a lot of Lifetime movies?
Yes, because I love them, and especially the Christmas ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Good
I've
times.
seen a lot of the ones where someone is trying to murder someone else.
Yes.
And I don't know why. I think the first one I saw was called I may have told this on the podcast before, but it was called No One Will Believe You, and it was Fred Savage and Candace Cameron, and he's super abusive, and then he literally murders her at the end of the movie. And
Spoiler
then,
alert.
like the very end, Sally Jesse Raphael, do you remember her, the talk show host?
No.
She was like an old red-haired talk show host, kind of like a Phil Donahue or
Okay,
like
I got you. Yeah.
you know, whatever, Oprah. And she was the judge, like as a cameo in the guy's trial for murdering his girlfriend in high school. And she was like, I have my verdict. She was like, you're all guilty for not listening to the signs of abuse. And then she swings the gavel and it's over. And you're like, what? But it was Fred Savage, like Wonder Years Fred Savage. And he's like choking her against a wall at wrestling practice. And everyone is wrestling like 2 feet away.
And everyone's guilty.
And everyone the whole movie is people like just kind of like, oh dear, that's a rough relationship. And then at the end, they're all guilty by Judge Jesse Raphael. So, although abuse is not funny, the portrayal of abuse in this movie was hysterical, and I highly suggest everybody finds this movie.
One of the first movies that she ever made me watch with her when we first started dating was, what was it called?
Was it a Lifetime movie?
Yeah, was it called like whatever, how many dates?
Oh,
the 12 Dates of Christmas.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know if that was it a Lifetime movie or an ABC Family movie.
Don't care,
but-
same thing.
So now he's giving me one Lifetime movie every Christmas. It's not fair.
There's a difference. There's a difference because ABC Family is a new kind of family. They always say that. That's what they say in the commercials. Here's your next topic: Disney villains.
Yes.
Which I've been doing these daily Disney trivia videos. We were just talking about those, and I just did 5 questions on Disney villains. How'd you do?
I think I got 4 out of 5.
There you go. That's pretty good. Do you remember the one you missed?
It was who played someone.
Who played someone?
And I can't remember which it was, but a lot of them I was like, bam, bam, and then I was like, oh, I don't know that one.
Do you relate most to one Disney villain? Are you like a real Ursula when you get hangry or something?
I'm a real I don't like not being invited to places, so I would be Maleficent.
There you go.
Because that's the whole thing, is that she wasn't invited.
Yeah, very good. I've never seen the Angelina Jolie movie. Is it good?
It's actually really good. I
Pretty
liked it
decent.
a lot. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Your last topic was Bravo, the Bravo channel.
Yeah.
It was let's see, what is on Bravo?
Real Housewives of everything.
Oh, that's right. All the Real Housewives, yes.
Oh.
And this also, was it, is there like what not to wear, that kind of stuff?
Kind of, yeah. So like Top Chef, Real Housewives of everywhere.
Yeah.
Orange County, Beverly Hills, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta.
Do you watch all those?
All of them,
Oh my
unfortunately.
God, really?
Yeah, because
Poor Cam.
I know, it's
unfortunate, yeah. Vanderpump Rules is one of my favorites.
You know what she's trying to do? She's trying to catch them all.
Yeah,
She is.
That's how you relate.
Yeah,
She's trying to
there we
catch
go.
all these housewives.
He'll watch like Top Chef because it's a cooking channel
Yeah, I
and
can handle
competition
that.
thing. So we'll watch that together.
Yeah.
But everything else, like we'll be somewhere and I'll just casually put it on, and then he'll be like, "What are we watching?" I'm like, "I don't know, but watch. Stassi's doing this."
Oh my God, but then I get so into it. It's a trap.
does.
It's atrocious.
So-
I am addicted to Great British Baking Show. You ever watch that?
Yes.
So good.
On Netflix.
Very, and Paul Hollywood.
I really think that the show is shot well. Like it's
Yeah.
like you would, as a film guy, it's like very cinematic and like
Yeah.
everything looks delightful and
it's-
like the countryside. And
It's
I'm
so
like,
pleasant.
yeah, I'm like,
Calm.
this is
So
like
calm.
this is where I want to like eat these kinds of
Yeah.
treats. In the,
And I've learned so much
Yeah.
about baking watching that show. Like
Yeah.
you're just calm and set in, and you're like, okay.
And I like how that show is not super overproduced like American shows where it's like, what's gonna happen? It's like more just like, yep, we're all baking and somebody kind of sucks one time and then they might be the best next time, and then like they're always just kind of like, I can't believe I made it. Oh my God, you know,
Absolutely.
it's like
They're
it's
so
great.
pleasant.
So
Great.
now those are your topics.
Yep.
Some great topics from each of you. I'm going to reveal the topics I chose for each of you right now. You guys ready?
I
Yeah.
hope it's
Cam.
not Bravo.
Cam, we're going to be doing culinary arts and weird ingredients.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's go.
And Jess, we're doing Muppet movies.
Yes. Okay. I'm in.
So
Damn it.
you guys are gonna we're gonna go back and forth in those 2 topics. 10 questions on each thing. You get 1 point when you get your topic's question right. You get 2 points when you get the other person's topic. If you can buzz in before them or after they miss it, you only get 1 guess at each question throughout this battle. Okay. And we have to come up with a buzz-in word. So you have to wait for the whole question to be read, and then you're going to buzz in with a fun word, 1 or 2 syllables. What's something fun between the 2 of you?
And you want to go with my tattoo on my leg?
Squirtle.
You want to go with Squirtle?
Squirtle. I
Yeah.
love it. Very good. So you're going to buzz in with the word Squirtle. And again, wait for the whole question to be read. And we're going to jump right in right now. The first thing we're going to do is a question about culinary arts and weird ingredients. You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm
Ready.
All right. This is the Trivia Showdown live from the Pocock Brewing Company in Santa Clarita, California.
Trivia Showdown.
Here's question 1 for Cam's topic on culinary arts. Americans spend a combined $8 billion eating out on what holiday each year?
Squirtle.
Cam.
It's got to be Thanksgiving.
It is not Thanksgiving, unfortunately.
Squirtle.
Jess.
Easter?
It is not Easter. It's Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So it's eating out was the key.
That makes
there.
sense. I was just going for people that just like hate to cook.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I
I'm gonna
always
eat
point
Chinese
out
food
on
today.
Easter, though, so
That's a
what I
good
was
point,
thinking
too.
of.
I guess I wouldn't have thought Valentine's Day myself, but I did read that on some website, so it's got to be true.
It's gotta be real.
Gotta be true.
Question number 1 for
Okay.
Jess's category of Muppet movies. Again, either of you can buzz in with the word Squirtle. Here's number 1. Which Muppets movie came out first? Was it The Muppets Take Manhattan, The Muppet Christmas Carol, or Muppet Treasure Island?
Oh, Squirtle.
Jess.
I would say Muppets. It was Muppets Take Manhattan, Muppets
Christmas Carol, and
or-
Muppets Treasure Island.
Oh, Muppets Take Manhattan?
That's right. And then to your first point of the game, it's 1-0. Cam, you're losing.
I am losing.
Losing.
All right. Let's see what happens on this number 2 question for culinary arts. Number 2, what 1895 Paris cooking school is also the name of a stuffed chicken dish?
Squirtle. Le Cordon Bleu.
That's right. Le Cordon Bleu, and that's 1 point for you. It's 1-1. Have you ever
Man.
thought about studying there?
Never. I actually went to culinary school for a semester and dropped out.
One
Really?
semester.
Too intense?
No, I just hated saying yes, chef.
I would hate that too.
Yeah.
There is a weird hierarchy with
It was
chefs.
so absurd. Like, I would win every day in the culinary school where they'd be like, this is so good. This is delicious. But I refuse to say yes, chef. And
you
so I dropped out.
You should start the world's first mean cooking school.
Oh, yeah,
where you
where
can be
I'm
like, yeah, douche, I cracked the egg.
yeah, douche.
Yeah, douche,
Cracked
it's
it.
over there.
And I'll have everyone respond to me by just saying, fuck you.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's be amazing.
Perfect. Question number 2 for the Muppet movie side.
All right.
Number 2, who played Dorothy in the Muppets Wizard of Oz?
Squirtle.
Jess.
Was it Brandy?
It was not Brandy. So close,
Shoot.
though.
Squirtle.
Cam.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
It was not. It was
No.
Ashanti.
Oh, so close.
What happened
don't
to
know.
Ashanti?
I don't know.
They
I
gave
think
her a
she actually-
shotty at this movie, and then she disappeared.
I actually think she did a thing. A girl from my cohort in grad school actually went and saw her.
Interesting.
Ashanti and Ja
What's
Rule.
a cohort?
So I am in class with all these people for my entire grad school career. So
Oh, I see.
there's only 4 of them. Now there's only 3.
And are you allowed to body check these people?
I will.
Roller derby.
Not going to lie, I forgot Brandy even existed.
Oh, no, Moesha.
Moesha, come on. Here's number 3 for the culinary arts side. In the U.S., the Union Oyster House opened in 1826, one of America's oldest restaurants. What city is it in?
Squirtle.
Cam.
Maine.
That's
Is
not
a city.
Not a city. I'll give you another guess with a city.
I know that Boca Raton is a city in Florida.
Okay. Very good. Incorrect, Jess.
Squirtle, Portland, Maine?
It's not Portland, Maine. It's
Oh.
Boston.
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 No points
Boston.
there.
Never
I
been
think
there.
I have been inside of it to be like, all right, and then walked out. Because I've done the whole Boston thing, and I think we win in it.
All of our friends that are listening to this know that I'm the worst at geography in the history of the
Interesting.
universe.
Are you guys oyster people? Do you eat oysters?
I like oysters.
I like oysters, yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think we've ever gone together.
Nope.
No.
Well, I'll have to do that sometime. That'll
Yeah,
be
let's
great.
go.
Here's number 3 for Muppet movies. In what made-for-TV movie do the Muppets start off singing "Need a Little Christmas" in a truck in a snowstorm?
Squirtle.
Yes.
The Muppets. It's a
Pretty
Christmas.
tough because there's like 3 or 4 Christmas movies.
I know, and that's
Yeah.
the problem.
It's made for
there's
TV movie.
One that's like Letter to Santa.
It is not Letter to Santa. Cam, do you have a
No.
guess?
Squirtle.
He's not gonna know this.
Muppets. Sing Christmas stuff.
Oh,
It's Muppet Family Christmas.
what
Muppet
I
Family
meant.
Christmas.
That's
It was
what I
the one.
meant.
It came out in '87, so I was 2, and this was one that I always watched on tape over and over again. And Miss
Family
Piggy,
Christmas?
yeah, like around Christmas time. But Miss Piggy gets stuck. Like they're all trying to get to this house, and it's really cool because they do like. There's like they talk to the Fraggle Rock people. They talk
Yeah.
to Sesame Street. Like they're all in all the Jim Henson stuff is like integrated in one thing. And Miss Piggy gets stuck like her car in a snowstorm. And I just remember like the tire spins and mud gets all over her. And I used to get like very scared. I don't know why I would get scared, but I'd be like,
felt
Miss
bad for
Piggy
Miss
is covered. Like
Piggy.
poor Miss Piggy is in a snowstorm and she's like getting covered in mud. And then the scene kind of like fizzles out and it goes back to the house. And I'm like, oh, Miss Piggy's dead or whatever. You know,
Of course she died. Yeah.
Oh my
been
God.
murdered. Yeah.
That'd be horrible. I love Miss Piggy.
There you go. It is 1-1, kind of a low-scoring episode so far, but you guys are... That's okay. These are good categories, and you guys are giving good guesses. It's not like you don't know at all.
We're good at guessing.
Good at guessing. We're back to the... Yeah, there you go. Culinary art side. This is number 4. What unique ingredient is used to make white rice black rice?
Squirtle?
Yes.
Squid ink?
Squid ink is correct, and that's a second point for Cam. You ever have this?
I haven't.
I have.
One time I went to a place, and one of my wife's kind of snotty friends was trying to explain to me, like, yeah, this is much better. This black rice is much better because they use real squid ink. It's real good squid ink. What do you think about? Like, he kept saying it like he wanted to be like I was supposed to be impressed.
Right.
And this is my first time meeting this guy, and I go, I would have some, but I'm totally full on all those bat jizz tacos I had earlier. And he was like, what? Like, he did not understand like my elevation of what I was trying to do as a joke. Right. And Ashley, my wife, was just like, he's not going to get that. Like, you can't say those kind of
The funny thing is, Bat Jizz was my nickname in high school.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. I can't wait to see that tattoo. Yeah. Here's the next topic. It is about the next question, about Muppets Movies.
Okay.
It's 2-1. Cam's up by 1. Let's see if you know this one, Jess. In The Great Muppet Caper, Fozzie, Gonzo, and Kermit are reporters who travel where to investigate stolen jewels?
Do they travel to London?
You got it.
Oh, shoot. Squirtle.
Yep.
London?
Yeah, it's the UK in general, so it's 2-2. Did you know that one, Cam?
Yeah.
You could have guessed, right? Jewels.
I definitely could have. Yeah.
It's always my biggest...
London. That's where most jewels are.
Squirtle.
Here we go. This is number 5 for the culinary arts side. Ben & Jerry's had an ice cream featuring Jimmy Fallon called Late Night Snack.
Squirtle.
Wait for it. What do you think the question is? Because I haven't even asked the question yet. You guys are just like,
I got so
we
excited.
know it. We've eaten it once. All right. So they had the late night snack,
yes.
Ben & Jerry's, Jimmy Fallon. What chocolate-covered pieces could you find in it unique to ice cream?
Squirtle.
Not so quick now.
No.
Jess, what do you got?
It had peanut butter and...
It was chocolate-covered what?
Chocolate-covered...
It's unique to ice cream, something you would never find in ice cream.
Never find an ice cream? Oh.
No. So they have a new one called like the Tonight Dough, and it's a cookie dough one. This is back when he had the late show before the Tonight Show.
That's what I thought you were talking about, was the Tonight Dough?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tap out.
Chocolate covered anything? Cam, can you guess? Something you never find in ice cream?
Chocolate covered Bat Jizz.
Oh, no.
One of my favorite delicacies now is potato chips.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Chocolate covered potato chips.
I would eat that.
Yeah.
He would do that.
Interesting flavor. 2-2. Let's see what happens on this next question about Muppets. Question number 5.
Right.
What is the correct title of this 1999 Muppet movie? Is it The Muppets Go to Space, Muppets in Space, Muppets from Space, or The Muppets Space Movie?
Squirtle.
Jess.
Muppets from Space.
It is Muppets from Space, and that's her third point.
Gonzo's from Space.
Gonzo's from Space.
There you go.
He's a
Muppet.
weirdo.
It's the only Muppet I care about.
3-2. That's where we're at now. Back to the arts, culinary arts side. Number 6. Daikon, I think that's how you say it, Daikon, is a large Asian vegetable with crunchy flesh and a mild peppery flavor. What vegetable is it?
Squirtle.
Yes.
That is a radish.
It is a radish.
Why do you know
nice
that?
job, Cam.
Because it's delicious.
Oh, no.
You like a nice daikon?
I love a nice daikon.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah, daikon.
Sure. Very good. Daikon.
That's what, when we go and get Korean barbecue, the things that me and Gianna order, the pickled daikon in the sheets, and we eat by the pound.
touch.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, it's amazing.
Interesting. I got to try that. Number 6 for the Muppets movie side. Who was the lead human male in 2011's The Muppets?
Oh, Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Jess.
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel, her fourth point, 4-3.
He actually helped write it.
He did, right? He was like his dream to make a Muppet movie, and he did a great job.
And it was so good.
It was really well done.
Didn't Britt McKenzie do all the songs? I only know him from Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Number 7, on the culinary arts side, the patron saint of cooks is an M name that's also a popular vineyard. What name is it?
Squirtle?
Cam.
Martha.
It is Martha.
No way.
Martha is the patron saint, Saint Martha.
Did you see his face? He guessed.
I guessed, but I also work at a Catholic school, so I just tapped into the good old Jesus. That's what I tapped into.
Use it. Use Jesus. Here's number 7 for Muppets.
All right.
What year did the original Muppet movie come out?
Squirtle.
Cam.
1987.
Incorrect. Jess.
79?
It is exactly 1979. Holy shit. That was well done. I did not think you were going to say 79. Well done.
Here's the thing with
Thank
Jess,
you.
though. She's terrifying with dates and times. Like,
Yeah.
she'll be
I
like,
am.
do you remember 17 years ago? It was a Monday. And I'll be like, nope, I don't
Dude,
remember
I could be
yesterday.
Like, yeah, last year your birthday was on a Saturday, and then we're doing this. And
Was it actually, though?
it was.
That was really, really impressive. I was impressed with that.
Thank you.
Here comes number 8 for the other side on culinary arts.
Okay.
How do you spell quinoa?
Oh,
Ooh,
Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Jess.
Quinoa.
That's right, and that's 2 points. She stole it,
Steal quinoa
which
from me?
makes it
Yeah, I did.
7-4. Cam, the first stolen
It's like we're driving
question.
home.
Yeah, you're stealing my queen.
Very good. Question number 8 on the Muppet side. Who plays Long John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island?
Squirtle.
Cam.
It's the guy we were talking about earlier.
Was it?
He is the no, kill me. He's the Rocky Horror Picture Show guy. He is also he's also
Squirtle.
Nigel Thornberry.
You have to get it.
I'm dying.
Come on. You
I'm-
brought it up in Legend.
Squirtle.
I did.
Jess.
Tim Curry?
It is Tim Curry.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Cam had every chance to answer.
Dead on
You know,
the
it's
inside.
funny. My original thought was Sinbad, but that was another Muppet movie.
Oh, my goodness.
I saw him in line for a Southwest Airlines flight, and
How did you get it wrong?
the patch on his backpack said "bad."
Oh, Sinbad.
Yeah, Sinbad. No, Tim Curry. Tim Curry was not in line for a
Southwest.
flight. Sinbad, absolutely.
He has that on his backpack so his luggage never gets confused with anybody else's.
it's
But one
true.
time he was on a flight with Willa Ford, and she wanna be bad. If you remember her hit song, and they got their luggage confused. Here is number
I'm so sad right now.
I'm so happy.
number 9 for the culinary arts side. How many is in a baker's dozen?
Squirtle.
Jess.
13.
13, and that's another
yes, it
stolen
is.
one.
I'm a baker.
And it's 10-4.
Come at
Poor
me.
Cam. Cam's almost crying.
Poor
I am
Cam.
almost crying.
I will mark that up as you're just leaking Squirtle.
There you go.
That's not crying, you're just leaking Squirtle
Constantly-
juice.
I'm just constantly leaking
Squirtle.
Squirtle juice.
Yeah. Number 9 for Muppets. Which
Okay.
Muppet is Charles Dickens in A Muppet Christmas
Squirtle.
Carol? Cam.
Kermit.
Wrong.
Wrong. Jess.
Squirtle. It's
Yep,
Gonzo.
It is Gonzo, her 11th point.
With his little buddy Rizzo. We
Yep.
watched it this year.
Did
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Poor Cam. Here comes number 10 for the last culinary arts question. When did Iron Chef originally premiere on the Food Network in the U.S.? Was it 2000, 2004, or 2009?
Squirtle.
Cam.
It's got to be 2000.
Incorrect.
Squirtle.
Jess.
2004.
It is 2004. 2 more points. Rack those up real quick. And number 10 for the Muppets.
All right.
Last Muppets question. What is the one-word name of the evil Kermit frog from Muppets Most Wanted?
Oh.
We just talked about how you hated it.
Because I watched it once. I didn't like it.
What is the evil Kermit in that movie?
Oh.
It's like a weird name.
Squirtle?
Yes.
Is it Hopper? Or no, Doc Hopper is a different villain.
Not Hopper.
Squirtle.
Yes.
If I were to write it, his name would just be Cormit with an O.
Oh my God, Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, Cormit the
Oh
Frog.
my God, that'd be great. That'd be way better. It's Constantine.
Oh,
a dumb name
I
for a
knew
frog.
that.
No
That
points
was
there.
Dumb.
Cam, you have 4.
Yeah.
Jess, you have 13.
That sounds about right.
No, a
This is
lot of
what
the
I
time when we
predicted.
play, like driving to from the airport to my house, it takes 2 hours.
Yeah.
We're pretty even.
Yeah.
It's been, but I usually win with
There you go.
categories.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so that was the trivia showdown. Did you guys like the
Yay.
caliber of questions?
I
Yeah, they were
did.
great.
Think a good
I
mix?
did a lot.
Very good. So now that we've done the trivia showdown, we're going to do the combo question.
right.
Okay. So the combo question combines both topics in some way, and you get 2 points if you answer this. So Cam, you can get some glory back if you get this right. You're buzzing in with Squirtle, and this combines Muppets and culinary arts. And I think you know where I'm going with this.
Can I try-
Veteran, yes.
Can I try and do the sound of the regular combo question? thing?
Yes.
Combo question. That sound okay?
That's my sister-in-law, Wendy Starling.
Yeah, I sound just like
That
her.
podcast.
Sound just like her.
Combo question.
For 2 points, veteran Muppets character, the Swedish Chef, was originally puppeted by 2 people. One person did the hands, one person did the voice. Who were they?
Squirtle.
Cam.
Was it Frank Oz and
Come at me.
Jim Henson?
That's right. 2 points
That's
for
what
you.
I was gonna say.
Jim Henson did the voice, the hurdy-gurdy-gurdy-gurdy, and Frank Oz did the
does
hands.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Well done. That was a good question and
That
a
was
good
impressive.
answer for you
Thank you.
guys.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, so now we're going to do a thing for 3 possible points. Or should we make this worth 8 possible points
make it
so
worth
Cam
a-
can win?
Yeah.
Fine.
This
Hey,
is an 8-point question.
I will say, when we do this in the car and we're
Yeah.
pretty tied and we get down to the categories and buds, we'll find
Yeah.
out the category and we pause like you tell us to. And so we pause and I always win.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
And I always end in profanity.
The category for this round, this is categories with buds.
Categories with buds.
We're doing the category of games at a casino.
Deal.
Okay? So these are games. So they could be different games you would find at a casino, but also I'm gonna count like branded slot machines. But they have to be ones that like all three of us have seen, if that makes sense. Okay. So you can't be like, yeah, there's a fried green tomato slot machine. I saw it one time. Like that. There's probably doesn't exist. Right?
I think it's fair to talk about that. My girlfriend Jess is Native American, and I've been to her family's casinos.
Your family owns a casino?
Yeah, well, our tribe, so Squaxin Island has a casino. It's called Little Creek Casino.
Yeah.
And so I took him there to show off our casino/hotel.
That's
and,
amazing.
So this is gonna be fun.
Well, poor Cam. It's actually Muppet-themed casino games. Ooh, poor Cam. All right. I'm going to kick it off. We'll go to Cam, then Jess, then back to me. The first thing I'll say is my game I always win on roulette.
Blackjack.
Poker.
Pai Gow.
Just slots count?
Sure, we'll count slots.
count?
Yeah.
There's a game called Lucky Lemmies. It's like the cutest little bonus game.
3-card Monty.
Is Baccarat a thing?
Yes. Right?
Yeah. Wheel of Fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune slots. The Ellen DeGeneres Show slot machine.
I always lose. She takes all my money.
Yeah.
Well, here's the one that you always win on: the Dolly Parton slot machine.
I do always win on Dolly 95. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Britney Spears has a slot machine.
That's right, probably because she had that big Vegas show.
Yes, she did. We saw it.
I get tagged in all the time when any friend of mine goes to Vegas on Facebook. They go, "Hey, Buds, do you get royalties for this?" And it's the Sharknado slot machine, which I'm not on. But man, what if they had that image on the side of it?
It rolls up and you just have beach victim number 1.
That'd be amazing.
I would cry my eyes out with
That'd be
joy.
absolutely amazing.
So I'll say Sharknado. What do we got there, Cam?
I played an Orange is the New Black slot machine, and the seat vibrated, and that was the most exciting part as I lost my
Orange
money.
is the always bet on black.
Yeah.
When we were in Vegas that trip, I won a lot on the Buffalo slots.
Yeah.
So
Buffalo
there you go.
That was the thing.
I'm going to say another game called Craps.
Oh, that's
Have
a
we
good
already
one.
said it?
No.
Nobody said it, right?
No.
Okay.
No, no one has
impressed.
said craps.
Yeah.
I would have been in my go-to because I like saying synonyms for poop.
God.
What is another one?
3 seconds for Cam.
Oh man, let's go for the wolf slot machine that they have that says Timberwolves on it.
Timberwolves slot machine.
All
Okay.
right. There's one that is Lil Red.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a good one.
I'm going to say War, which is like literally like you just have to beat the dealer with a higher
Seriously?
card. Yeah, you can
Really?
actually. I bet on War, which was a joke in the movie Vegas Vacation when he goes like he runs out of money, Chevy Chase, so he goes to like a lower old Vegas casino, and they're like pick a hand, and it's like the dealer like just like has money in one hand and he has to pick a hand, but literally he plays War in that game, and now you can play War at casinos.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so
I didn't
bizarre.
even know that.
No. I feel like that's the only thing that I would be good at.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
What about when you can just put bets on sports games?
What is it called?
Like parlay.
Yeah, we'll count that. That counts, I guess. That's a
All
game.
right.
I've heard your grandma say that.
Yeah.
My Nana likes to gamble. There's a machine, a Zeus machine.
Yeah, the Zeus
I
has
was
definitely
really
a lot of
into
Greek
mythology,
ones. Yeah. I'm just going to say Texas Hold'em. We haven't said that.
Oh yeah,
We
this is a
haven't. I
variation
said
of poker, which
yeah.
is fine.
Sure.
And then I'll say 5-card stud.
Yeah.
No, I don't know all the different variations. I just know the slots. I'm going to be, there's a Spartan. It's like Lil Red.
I cannot think of another one myself. So what do you got there, Cam? It's down to you two.
Oh God. Okay. I will pick the Walking Dead slot machine that
There
I
was a
played.
That's a
Walking Dead.
vibrating seat
Remember
for sure.
when we were going up to our hotel room, there was a Fred Flintstone. There was a
was.
Yeah, the
Flintstones
Flintstones
machine,
one, yeah,
and I
for
had
sure.
to play.
Yeah.
'cause-
And I also had to play the Willy Wonka one.
Yes,
No,
that's a popular
you
one.
did, but then I had to play the Happy Days one because
Oh.
Did.
my mom.
Because your mom is definitely
Into-
Richie Cunningham. She's into Richie Cunningham.
Yeah.
The Fonz.
Yeah. And then I had to play, was that one with the puppies? It was called Cute Puppies.
Was it?
Cute puppies. Okay.
And every time you...
Was it called the Cute?
Yeah, if you lined up 7 or like 5 chihuahuas in a row, you got more money.
Okay.
Just like in real life.
There's a haunted house on Haunted Hill.
Okay.
It was one of the.
That's a thing. I will say
3 seconds for Cam.
Spaghetti Dad.
No, that's not a thing.
You just made that up.
You just made that.
That's what I aspire to be.
Like a terrible Nintendo game.
Yeah,
Spaghetti Dad. Jess, you are the winner. You got 3 points there, so that's 1, 2, 3, and that means you have 16 points.
Yes.
One of the highest scoring of all the episodes.
That sounds about right.
How many? 5.
Jess got 16, and Cam had 6.
Yes.
You beat him by 10.
Awesome.
Guys, thank you so much for doing the show.
Thank you.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great
blast.
time. This is great.
Do you guys want to plug anything? Social media, your roller derby team, anywhere people can find you?
I play for currently Rodeo City Roller Girls. They're teaching me how to do everything in my fresh meat programs.
There you go, the fresh meat program. Well done. And Cam?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, on my artist Instagram, at Cottonwood _art.
No.
Just regular Cottonwood art. Thank you.
Cottonwood art.
Cottonwood art. Yeah, I picked Cottonwood 2 reasons.
No.
That's where she and I had our first kiss, was underneath a cottonwood tree.
Yeah.
Also, I am allergic to that tree, so that's a thing. And then you can buy my art and print it on anything on my society6.com/cottonwood art.
Cottonwood art. Check it out. Guys, you are a delightful couple. I'm glad to know you. Thanks for playing trivia
Thank you.
every week, and thanks for being my pal.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
man.
you.
All right, we'll see you next time.
All right, take it easy.
How'd you do on those Muppet and food questions? I was surprised how much Cam and Jess knew, especially the Swedish Chef one with the puppeteering and the voice. I thought I would have confused them, but they got it. Nice job, Cam and Jess. If you like these types of battles, stay tuned for next Tuesday, where I have 2 competitive eaters named Sarah and Johnny, and they're going to go at it in Rugrats and Stephen King trivia. It is a really fun episode, and I can't wait for you to listen to it. If you like this show and you want to help it become bigger and better, like the South Park movie back in the late 90s, please throw me a few bucks over at patreon.com /trivia with buds. Patreon.com /trivia with buds. I've got amazing rewards, and I just sent out a bunch of packages to my 8 backers today. Stuff like pop culture artwork of Pennywise the Clown, the old Pennywise, if you like that one, the Tim Curry one. Stickers like Beavis and Butthead wearing 3D glasses from my friend Brad Albright in Austin, Texas. Really cool artist, really cool stickers, and a special item this month that was only for the $20 subscribers, which this month was Roadhouse themed, one of my favorite movies of all time. If you like Roadhouse, if you like the 80s, throw me $20 and I'll send you a big package of tons of stuff, including a very special homemade Roadhouse collectible. Support me and I'll continue to support your commute, your workout, your road trip with hours and hours of endless trivia. I promise I'm going to do this until I die. Thanks so much for listening. If you want more info on me, go to triviawithbuds.com and click around. There's a blog. I put up some fun stuff there, some questions to quiz yourself on, some fun party ideas, things like that. I do daily Disney trivia videos now, where every day I film myself asking 5 Disney questions on a certain topic, and you can check those out on the website or on YouTube, Trivia with Buds on YouTube, or Facebook or Instagram, Ryan Buds. Find me everywhere, click around, and thanks for listening. Thanks for being my pal, and we'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.